This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900. News is also brought to you by Desert View Hospital. You can count on us.
Welcome to News 25 here on KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio. Today is Friday, September 23rd. Well, it's been more than 2 weeks since Sean Beasley went missing after a hike on Shadow Mountain here in Pahrump. And while his family continues to hope he'll be found alive, with each passing day, they're more concerned that won't happen. Beasley's sister-in-law, Brittany Beasley, says despite an exhaustive search effort, there's been no signs of him.
42-year-old Sean Beasley set out to hike Shadow Mountain on September 6th, and that was the last time anyone saw him. Beasley was hiking with a friend who decided to call it quits and climb back down the mountain. That friend is the one who ultimately called police to report Beasley missing, which triggered an exhaustive search of the area.
We've had people out there that first week, friends searching, family searching. Obviously, people kind of, doing their own air stuff, and then the Air Force, whoever, the sheriffs and all them that sent them out there. But obviously, we still, to this day, still have not gotten any information or tips of any kind. He did go up there with an acquaintance of his that originally lives in Arizona. And for whatever reason, that gentleman decided not to go up to the hike and ended up kind of going back to a nearby house that they were staying at and ended up calling and saying he was missing. So yes, he was with another individual in the beginning.
And Brittany says police have questioned that friend about what may have happened to Beasley.
According to detectives and all the information they gathered with interrogation and everything, if we're just plain and simple saying like foul play or anything, they don't have anything to go off of. They don't have any leads of any kind to gear them that way.
Brittany says her brother-in-law had a phone with him on the hike, but that has not helped much in the search efforts.
He did have a cell phone and backpack, according to the acquaintance friend that he had with him. But obviously from the beginning, they haven't been able to track it. When they tried it in the beginning, that didn't help. It is concerning for us all. We thought of the worst and could think of the best, that, either be a miracle or just, it's just weird that we can't find any trace of anything with as many people that's been out there,
Brittany says right now, all the family can do is speculate about what might have happened.
Sean sent this guy a photo at 9:30 showing him at the peak of the mountain, or just, what we want to consider the peak of the mountain. So we only had one photo, and we're going off what this gentleman said, which way of the mountain he went up. Either he got hurt and fell and the outcome didn't, no one was there to either get to him, or it was just, even if you got to him, it might not have helped. So we're kind of thinking the worst right now. We want to keep the hope, but it's been 16 days now. So the family's torn up. He has family in Michigan. He has kids in Michigan. He has tons of friends in Pahrump. Just looking at social media itself is alone in itself it shows how much obviously he was loved and missed. Everyone wants him home, and we can still hope for the best 16 days later, but we also have to be realistic with it as well.
A lot of individuals have helped search the area hoping to find Beasley. Brittany says she's updating her brother-in-law's Facebook page with the latest developments. She also hopes to create a page where people can better coordinate their individual search efforts.
Well, a burglary here in Pahrump ends with the arrest of 2 people. Now, both of them are facing several charges related to that incident. Brad Francis has those details.
Dwayne Rogers and Charlotte Jordan are under arrest, each on 1 count of residential burglary, 1 count of conspiracy to commit burglary, 1 count of possession of burglary tools, 1 count of possession of a Schedule 1-2 controlled substance, and 1 count of use or possession of drug paraphernalia. Their arrests stem from a call to a home in Pahrump for a burglary in progress. As Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies arrived on scene, a neighbor said 2 people were attempting to flee toward the back of the property. Deputies stopped them, and they were identified as Rogers and Jordan. Both told officers that someone, whose name is redacted from the police report, told them they could come to the property and take scrap metal, but the property owner's daughter told deputies she did not know Rogers or Jordan and that no one was supposed to be on the property. Both Rogers and Jordan denied being inside the house, but the neighbor who reported the burglary told deputies he saw them inside the main residence, and officers note in their report that the main house and other buildings on the property were unlocked and open. During the investigation, officers located a vehicle parked along the road in front of the home. A once check on that vehicle returned to a surrendered plate. As deputies inventoried the vehicle, they discovered 2 pairs of bolt cutters and a key ring that had a key to the back door of another home in the area. Officers also found drugs and drug paraphernalia. At this time, Rogers and Jordan were placed under arrest and transported to the Nye County Detention Center.
Well, Casa, or court-appointed special advocates, are the voice of children who are in the court system, mostly in foster care. A luau fundraiser was held over the weekend to raise funds and awareness for this important cause.
So Casa is court-appointed special advocates, and we train volunteers to be advocates for foster children in the court system. So those children who have been removed from their homes and their parents are working a case plan with DCFS, they are actually the children that we work with, and we become the child's friend. We are their voice when we go to court. We had Rao Tamanui. This is their second time they've been to Pahrump, and they come free of charge. They don't charge us anything. They believe in what we do with our children, and so they volunteer their time. They donate, coming all the way out here, and they are wonderful little performers. They're fabulous. The crowd came out and they dug deep in the pockets, and we did wonderful, and I think everybody enjoyed it. As the town grows and more people come in, and you know, we've been through 3 years of COVID, and sad to say, a lot of people that were shut in struggled with it, so we see a lot of people struggling with drugs or alcohol. You also see abuse with that, and so as our town grows, the need for this grows. Right now I have 30 children who do not have a Casa, and so it breaks my heart. We still stay involved. My advocate coordinator and I stay involved with those children and what's going on, but we don't have that close relationship with the child that the Casa advocate does. And we try to do them 2 to 4 times a year. It depends on how many people we have that are interested in actually becoming a Casa. It's 40 hours of training, usually Mondays and Thursdays in the evening. Once you get through the training, which I always say is the tough part, then it's about 4 hours a month that you're actually spending with these children. There's times where you have to go to court to let the judges know what's going on with your child, but it's extremely painless, and the reward you get to be able to help a child, and a child that's in so much need, it is the most gratifying experience you'll have. So this helps us go through the training to be able to fund the training for our advocates, for the volunteers that come in. It helps pay for salaries. We do 2 large fundraising events a year. We've got, of course, the luau that we were just at tonight, and then we also have in February our Crab Fest, our all-you-can-eat crab that's flown in from Oregon with our infamous Brian Coonsey, who does our serving of that crab. So I will have to say that Deanna, you and the PB Times have been very good about always advertising what we've got going, and sometimes you do your job a little too well. I've had people calling me the last 3 weeks saying, "What, you don't have any tickets?" And I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, we've sold out." But it is nice. I'm glad we did, sell out. We actually even cheated and fudged a few extra people in, so we had a little over 200 people here tonight. The food was from Generations Kitchen. They were in Las Vegas. Because we were having it in the Calvada Eye, we were able to bring in a different caterer. They are direct from Hawaii, and I think everybody loved the food. It was a very good Hawaiian experience, and there's rumor in the wind that they may even be opening up a Generations Kitchen here in Pahrump. So you can always go to our website, which is www.ptcca.org. casanv.org, or you're always welcome to call our office, which is 775-505-2272. So we're looking at having a class this fall. We've got some folks that have signed up, and we're just trying to coordinate some schedules. We're hoping in October or November. There could be a chance it might not start till after the first of the year. It depends on how much interest and time that the people can give this close to the holidays.
Thanks so much, Kathy. Well, if your child is interested in learning about aviation, the Experimental Aircraft Association is hosting its annual Young Eagles event. We'll tell you all about that right after this break.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, there's going to be a bunch of planes in the sky tomorrow. The EAA is having their Young Eagles event. That's going to happen Saturday morning at the Calvada Airport off of Simpkins Road. News 25 spoke to John Ballard to tell us about their group.
It's an association that founded in 1953 by a group of people in Wisconsin, and they decided to get together and build their own planes and get people interested in them and through different things, and it's grown to a very large organization. Today we're able to, they founded the Young Eagles event. It's been 1992. They allow to get together with people that have planes and give kids rides with no cost. They're experienced and general aviation planes.
So you're going to be doing these free plane rides at the Calvada Airport, which you have done for many years with all of these pilots that are donating their time, their planes, their efforts to coming out here and giving the kids rides.
Yes.
Tell me why it's important to get the kids involved.
It gives them a chance to experience something that they don't have a chance to do because of the cost, time it takes to fly. It gives them different aspects of what they want to do in their lives.
Are you a pilot?
Yes, I am. I have a student pilot license right now. I have flown for some time.
What's one of the best things about the events, in your opinion?
Getting people out, doing the camaraderie of fellowship with people that have the same interest you have, trying to get people interested in aviation.
It's really amazing to see these kids finding out about the planes, getting on the planes, going for the rides on the planes. Tell me about that experience and what we can expect to see.
We have usually 4 or 5, maybe up to 6 planes. These guys have been flying for like 40 years. They're very good with kids. They've flown a lot of kids. And the parents are able to be there, have to be there on site. And so they get a bigger kick out of the event than the kids do sometimes.
So you can come down to the Calvada Airport. When is this going to happen?
September 24th between 8 and 10. You can sign up. We have 2 sessions, 8 to 10 and 10 to noon. And you can go on and sign up at www.youngeaglesday.org. And then you can follow on there to sign up if you want to, because we're doing paperless this year. But you can still come by the airport and pop in and sign up.
And so this is right off of Simpkins, right?
Yes, just before Simpkins on Jenny Circle. We'll have banner out by the association building we have.
So everybody needs to know that this is about the same time that we'll be having the Fall Festival parade going on. So you're probably going to have to choose one or the other during this time unless you watch the parade and head on down there really quickly right after. But of course, it's probably going to be a little bit less crowded earlier in the morning, right?
Yes, we'll be there around 7:30 and we'll have coffee and water and snacks. We'll have a lot of information, EAA information and aviation information.
Tell me about the age groups of the kids.
8 to 17.
This really opens up their world, doesn't it?
Yes, and a lot of them have stepped up and became pilots over the years.
All right, so we'll see you down there on the 24th, starting at 8 o'clock in the morning. Come on down. For more information, they can go to what?
EAA Chapter 1160.
That's going to be such a fun event. And of course, if you're a pilot up there in the sky, keep a lookout over Shadow Mountain, please, and see if you can help out the Beasley family. Well, today we headed out to Pets Are Worth Saving, or PAWS, to show you a beautiful dog available here in Pahrump with Tressa Wask.
Today's Save a Pet segment is made possible by Realty Executives in Action. Put the team at Realty Executives in action for you.
Hi, I'm Tressa with Pets Are Worth Saving, and we have with us today Kona. She is a 5-year-old pit bull. She was found running loose. After we found her, we managed to find her owner. They didn't want her no more, so we've been looking for a new home for her. She's really sweet. Favorite pastime is playing ball. As you can see, she's very intent on playing ball. She's good with other dogs. She loves kids, and she's just a total sweetheart. Kona is a tan and white pit bull. If you want to find out more information on Kona, you can give us a call at 775-430-8809 or at 775-253-5051. Or you can go to our store located at 7121 Homestead Road here in Pahrump.
I had such a great time down there at Pets Are Worth Saving today at their kennel, and I can tell you they have some amazing animals down there. You definitely want to find out what's going on at PAWS. Go to Pets Are Worth Saving on Facebook. They also have a thrift store down there on Homestead Road. But if you go on their Facebook page, you can see all the animals that they have available for adoption right now. And we will have some more of their animals coming up next week as well. Thanks so much to Tressa for letting us come down there to their kennel today and show what they have available. We'll have your health report right after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. Also brought to you by Silver State Health. Visit silverstatehealth.org or call 702-471-0420 for an appointment. News 25, local news you can count on.
I know a lot of people around town, including me, had this crazy cold or flu. I don't know which you want to call it. But there's still allergies going around. And if you found yourself sneezing a lot more lately, dealing with watery eyes, you're not alone. Fall allergies are in full swing for many.
This time of the year, in the fall time, we typically will have ragweed and weeds and molds during this period of time. I like to break down the seasons into like the national holidays. So right around Labor Day to the first good snowfall, we'll actually see a lot of the weeds pop up. There's a lot more molds because it's actually really damp out there and we've got leaves on the ground.
Dr. Sandra Hong is an allergist for Cleveland Clinic. She says common symptoms of fall allergies can include a stuffy or runny nose, itchiness, watery eyes, and sneezing. There are different treatment options available depending on the severity of a person's allergies. However, nasal steroids are usually the #1 treatment for allergies. Dr. Hong also recommends taking an antihistamine on an as-needed basis. A person who suffers from fall allergies should limit their time outdoors if possible as well, and close the windows in their home. You should try to shower daily to help wash off any pollen.
Try not to actually do any sort of drying of clothes outdoors because when you have your sheets in the air, it'll just bring in all that pollen for you. So that can be really difficult and really rev up your allergies at certain times.
Well, Dr. Hong says that you'd be surprised how many people may not realize that they have allergies, which is why she suggests going to see an allergist if you tend to have some of the same symptoms around the same time of year. Well, Rory is standing by in our studio today with your student news.
Hey Trojans, it's Rory Rossell with your weekly student news report, and this week we have a few new things going on. This announcement is for everyone, not just students at Pahrump Valley High School. The Nye County Cinderella pageant is October 22nd, but you can go down and join them for modeling and interview workshops. These workshops are fun and designed to help young women develop poise and self-confidence. These workshops will be on Wednesday, September 28th, Monday, October 3rd, and Wednesday, October 12th at the Pahrump Methodist Church. Friday, October 21st, we will have one at the Nye Communities Coalition. For more information, you can contact the Nye County Cinderella Director, Scott Sampson, at 303-807-9416. All students interested in college, Great Basin College is offering town meetings. All are invited to come and share and ask questions. This meeting for our local Pahrump location is Monday, September 26th at the Valley Electric Association Conference Center at 5 p.m. But if you would like to find out more dates of town meetings in other parts of Nevada, you can look them up on events at Facebook under GBC Town Hall. Everyone, this weekend is Pahrump Fall Fest. Celebrate fall with the 57th annual tradition, Pahrump Fall Festival. This event is brought to you by the town of Pahrump, providing free admission to Fall Festival and entertainment. This is $10 fee for the rodeo, and there is unlimited carnival ride bracelets available for purchase of $40. They offer arts and crafts, vendors, food, and fun. The Fall Festival includes a parade that commemorates the occasion, traveling down Highway 160. Saturday, traffic comes to a stop on Highway 160 as the annual parade travels down the highway about 2 miles with over 50 floats. This will be commentated by Deanna O'Donnell and Maria Guerra of KPVM TV. The parade will be aired several times on KPVM TV over the weekend. Willie Bear is this year's Fall Festival Parade Grand Marshal. She is a longtime Pahrump resident and is a member of Seroptimus. She is an activist, author, and the founder of Casa, the court-appointed special advocates. So everyone have a great weekend and go support our town. That is it this week, Trojans. I am Rory Rossell with your weekly Student News Report.
News 25 Weather Cam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, Maria Guerra and myself are going to be commentating on the Fall Festival Parade tomorrow morning right there on Highway 160. I'm excited to see what the weather is going to be like. We're going to have John Kohler here in a second to tell us all about that.
News 25 weather is brought to you by Dairy Council of Nevada. The splash of cream in your coffee, the dollop of sour cream on your burrito, the melted toasty cheese on your pizza. Undeniably delicious, undeniably dairy. Enjoy what's real.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler on a Friday from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios. Hooray, we made it. And it's Fall Fest. There's so much fun happening this weekend. Beautiful weather, too. Let me tell you all about it here in a second, but let's take a look at Fernley Fallon, Carson City. Stuck up there in the upper 70s, beautiful fall weather. Tonopah saw 76 there, our cool spot. Recipient award today. Goldfield saw 78, 89 out in Beatty and Sweaty Donkeys. Amargosa at 92 and Las Vegas at 92. They're weather twins and tied for first place. Who gets the over-under? Vegas, low tonight at 68 degrees. It's going to be a great night. Death Valley returning to fighting trim, triple digits at 103 degrees, but here, in the paradise of Pahrump, let's take a look. 91, that's our current temperature. Pretty nice. 93 just a little bit earlier. West-southwesterly winds to 5 miles per hour are treating us kindly as the sun rose this morning at 6:33 a.m. It's setting this evening at 6:39. We're just about at 12 and 12, and I think we'll see it this weekend. And then we'll be predominantly dark. How about that? As the low heads tonight to 65. We rejoice. Hooray. People love the night. And as we head on into the week, rejoice also. Look at this gorgeous week. A whole week of beautiful sunshine, except Tuesday. Tuesday's just got some nary little clouds. Temperatures start the week in the mid-90s and cruise all the way up to 97. Looks like we get a little bit of a retreat down to 93 on Friday. But basically, really nice weather. Not too much wind, not too much clouds, no rain. Got no complaints. It's going to be a great weekend, and I hope you enjoy Fall Fest. All right, back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
All right, thanks so much. And once again, we want to remind everybody that the Fall Festival Parade is going to be starting at 9 a.m. That's there on Highway 160 from Dandelion to Boot Hill. KPVM TV will be airing that parade, of course, here on KPVM TV over the weekend. And once again, it's Maria Garrett and myself commentating. We'll have, of course, Unette Gentry down there on the ground with us. It's going to be so much fun. Willie Bear is the parade grand marshal, and the national anthem will be sung by Deputy Greg Kirchen from the Nye County Sheriff's Office. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll see you down there at the Pahrump Fall Festival over the weekend. Have a great Fall Festival weekend. We'll see you back here on Monday. Good night.